The Last Leaf by Lilly Brown. I see them all fall around me, but yet I still hang on. The ground adopts their vibrant shades while I cling to what I've known. I feel myself withering, but I still hold on tight. I feel the wind pushing me, yet still I fight. I hear the leaves calling me, come to your new home. I feel my resolve weaken. I can no longer hold on. As I fall towards the earth, I can scarcely take it in, the beauty of their voices when they exclaim, "Our friend."
I am Chuck Puckett, and this is my poem, Talisman. In a desert vast, whose endless sand flows past the world's extreme, the breath of God blows all the time, the hot winds never cease to whine. So empty does the landscape seem, to've never known the eye of man. A blast of air roars from the west, across the barren plains, disturbs the sands and blows them back, reveals a deeply hidden crack in rock that hides beneath the grains, unseen for ages limitless. A passing scholar, should one appear, might peer inside the door, and there perceive a glowing sign, a searing brand prints on his mind, recalling all his ancient lore. He recoils in startled awe and fear. Far older than the very hills, this shining object is, made from iron that formed the sword that guarded Eden for the Lord. Its power endless would be his, who bent it to his will. With just a thought could wipe away the evils of the world. Disease and war would be no more, hunger gone, and gone the poor. Pain and suffering finally cured, peace would reign for every day. If only one could find this boon for all mankind. But no such scholar happened on this ancient talisman. No seeker found the answer here, and thus no magic did appear to halt the woes of modern man, to turn the tide before we're gone. A magic cure is empty air. It offers no way out. It's on ourselves we must depend, our hearts and brains, our dearest friends. This simple fact we must not doubt. The answer's never been out there. The ages make it clear. The answer lies in here. I'm Chuck Puckett, and this is my poem, Stained Enlightenment. Parts of me vibrate keenly, in perfect synchronicity with the spirit of the everlasting. Other parts of me move in mud and slide irrevocably into the absolute abyss. Some people say that the abyss and the spirit of the everlasting ultimately touch each other and discover their unity. Some people will say anything. Vibrating keenly, you'd think I'd know the difference. Sliding in mud, it's clear I never would.
Song of Hiawatha by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Listen to this Indian legend, to this Song of Hiawatha, ye whose hearts are fresh and simple, who have faith in God and nature, who believe that in all ages every human heart is human, that even in savage bosoms there are longings, yearnings, strivings for the good they comprehend not, that the feeble hands and helpless groping blindly in the darkness and are lifted up and strengthened. Listen to this simple story, to this Song of Hiawatha. Ye who sometimes in your rambles through the green lanes of the country, where the tangled barberry bushes hang their tufts of crimson berries over stone walls gray with mosses, pause by some neglected graveyard, should you ask me, whence these stories, whence these legends and traditions? With the odors of the forest, with the dew and damp of meadows, with the curling smoke of wigwams, with the rushing of great waters, with the frequent repetitions, with their wild reverberations as the thunder in the mountains, I should answer, I should tell you, from the forests and the prairies, from the great lakes of the Northland, from the land of the Ojibways, from the land of the Dakotas, from the mountains, moors, and fenlands, whence the heron, the shushuga, feeds among the reeds and bushes. I repeat them as I heard them from the lips of Nawadaha, the musician, the sweet singer. Should you ask where Nawadawa found these songs so wild and wayward, found these legends and traditions, I should answer, I should tell you, in the bird's nests of the forest, in the lodges of the beaver, in the hoofprints of the bison, in the eyrie of the eagle. All the wild fowl sang them to him, in the moorlands and the fenlands, in the melancholy marshes. Chittawak, the plover, sang them. Mong, the loon, the wild goose, wawa, the blue heron, the shushuga, and the grouse, the mushkadoa. If still further you should ask me, saying, who was Nawadawa? Tell us of this Nawadawa, I should answer your inquiries straightway in such words as follows. In the vale of Tawasentha, in the green and silent valley by the pleasant watercourses, dwelt the singer Nawadaha. Round about the Indian village spread the meadows and the cornfields, and beyond them stood the forest, stood the groves of singing pine trees, green in summer, white in winter, ever sighing, ever singing, and the pleasant watercourses. You could trace them through the valley by the rushing in the springtime, by the alders in the summer, by the white fog in the autumn, by the black line in the winter. And beside them dwelt the singer in the vale of Tawasentha, in the green and silent valley. There he sang of Hiawatha, sang the Song of Hiawatha, sang his wondrous birth and being, how he prayed and how he fasted, how he lived and toiled and suffered, that the tribes of men might prosper, that he might advance his people. Ye who love the haunts of nature, love the sunshine of the meadow, love the shadow of the forest, love the wind among the branches, and the rain shower, and the snowstorm, and the rushing of great rivers, through the palisades of pine trees and the thunder in the mountains, whose innumerable echoes flap like eagles in their eyries. Listen to these wild traditions, to this Song of Hiawatha. Ye who love a nation's legends, love the ballads of a people, that like voices from afar off call to us to pause and listen. Speak in tones so plain and childlike, scarcely can the ear distinguish whether they are sung or spoken, for a while to muse, to ponder on a half-effaced inscription written with little skill of songcraft, homely phrases, but each letter full of hope and yet of heartbreak, full of all the tender pathos of the here and the hereafter. Stay and read this rude inscription. read the Song of Hiawatha.